Okay, today we're going to walk through how to download profiles from your M.O.L.E profiler, and there's a few ways to go about this. Once you've ran the profiler through the oven and have a successful profile or a few different profiles, we can download them into the software and take a look at your data. And so I'll be using a SMG2 Super M.O.L.E Gold 2 today for this demonstration, and probably the easiest way to jump right in and see your data from the profile is to simply plug in your connector to the SMG2 and also to the USB port on your computer. Once you've done this, you'll get an autoplay pop-up from the map software, and from there you can simply select Read Instrument. Now this will download your profile to the most recently used environment within the map software. And so if you use the same environment on this sidebar here every time that you profile, most people use the same environment, you're in great shape. It will just download it straight to the environment that you always use. Now, as you can see here with the SMG2, it has room in its memory for up to almost 100 profiles, and so you can get all your work done out on the floor before you come back in and catalog your data here. And so for this demonstration, we're going to say, for example, that I've done 3 profiles on lines 1, 2, and 3 at our factory here, and I want to take a look at each one of those. And so I'm going to grab my most recent 6-minute profiles, the most recent 3 of them here, and download those. And so what you can do to just grab these most recent 3, select the top one, hold Shift on your keyboard, and select the bottom one. And this will select all 3 together, and now we can click Finish. And it's going to ask you, do you want to name each of these files that you're downloading from the profiler? And in this case we do. We do want to name them, and so that we have them organized in our spreadsheet. And the most recent one that I had ran was on line 3, and so it's going to ask you what you'd like to name them based off the most recent one going back to the oldest one that you select in the profiler memory. And so we'll say this was our line 3 profile, and that was just on 2 channels that we were measuring. You can see in the background on the profile there, it displays it live for you as it's going through the downloads. So once you've selected the name that you want, hit Save, and it will move to the next profile to download. And we'll just run through these here. And I'm going to call this one line 2, which was from a separate reflow oven that we wanted to get data from before we had to go back to our computer. You can see all 6 channels were active in that profile. And the first one that I ran was on line 1, and so that pops up here. I'll rename that line 1. That was on the first oven that we profiled on today. And so click Save on that as well. And now you have all 3 profiles listed here. Starting with 1, you can click down and scroll through them. And if you'll notice, it also auto-loads the spreadsheet information with the file name there, line 1, line 2, line 3 in your spreadsheet, and autofills summary information and, of course, the profile information now. And so let's take a look at a couple other ways that you can download a profile to the map software, because some people do use a variety of environments. If you have an oven writer, for example, you may switch back and forth between the oven writer environment and say basic profiling. And so if we just start anew here and we plug in our SMG2 to the computer, if you know that you're going to want to switch environments, it may be more useful just to select Start M.O.L.E Map. So that's not automatically downloading anything. You can switch to a new environment or the one that you prefer to have the profiles download to. I'm going to revert back to basic profiling here. That's where I'd like those to go. And this little M.O.L.E button on the right hand side says Read Instrument. That's one of the easy ways to get your data out of the profiler. We're just going to click that. The software will automatically go out and search for our profiler. Once it finds our SMG2, this looks familiar, of course, it's going to load up its profile history, whatever is in its memory at the time. And so at that point, you could go through each profile that you wanted to download and click Finish to name each one. And finally, the last way is really just a menu option difference. If you prefer working through menus, the M.O.L.E drop-down menu at the top, if you select Read Instrument at that point, it's the same function as the button, but it will allow you to select the profiles that you're interested in and name each one that you've selected to finish and save to the hard drive. And so that is how you download a profile into Map software.